Hey y'all, welcome to Lumberjillville. Women's wrestling lives here. Now this entire month of October, we're going to be celebrating the first ever Jill-O-Ween, which is an entire month that is dedicated to the spookiest and scariest women's wrestling figure reviews and videos. I have a lot in store for y'all, a lot of surprises, and a lot of pretty cool things to do. Now today we're going to be covering the 3 WWE Zombie women's figures that were released. We're going to take a close look and rank them, see how they are. So I'm going to go pick those up and we're going to take a closer look. And Co-Mayor Alexa here, she's going to hold down the fort. You know what, Co-Mayor Alexa? I'm going to turn the lights on for you on my way out, okay? Alright.
I ain't scared of the dark. Remember, I'm the brave one out of us two.
We will scare you. We will scare you. Let me in.
Hey, did you girls pay your taxes yet? What was that? Oh, God. Co-Mayor Alexa.
No, no, no. No, no, no. No, sir, you will not be doing this to my Co-Mayor Alexa. Get out of here. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no. Okay. Holy smokes, Co-Mayor Alexa, are you okay? I'll tell you one thing, you can bet your bottom dollar that he ain't coming back. Let's just say I had plans for him. Now that being said, I got these zombie figures, so how about we review them?
Yes, please. I almost dropped a fiend of my own in my pants. I was so scared.
Now, the WWE Zombies line started in 2016 and unfortunately only ran 3 series, ending in 2018. Now, in those 3 series, we had 3 women released. We had Paige in Series 1, Sasha Banks in Series 2, and Charlotte in Series 3. Now, we're going to do a bit of a countdown. Even though there's only 3, I'm going to start with my least favorite, and then end with number 1, which will be my favorite. And we're going to take a close look at these because the detail is actually pretty insane. So that being said, let's start with number 3. Number 3, the Zombies Series 1, Paige, released in 2016. So Paige here is pretty cool, but it's pretty basic with how they turned her into a zombie. The biggest difference you see is, she has very fair skin. And they just made it pure white on this figure. Now moving to her head, she has orange molding around her eyes, which is kind of gross, and a little blood dripping from her lip. So there's that. The hair's a little messy. Now, as far as her attire goes, there's really no difference between this attire and a lot of her elites or basics. It's just her normal attire in black. But it's got good molding on it, honestly. Her arms, okay, they look clean. There's no injury to her arms. Moving to her lower extremity, her right knee has a molded abrasion, which is kind of cool. And on her left leg, she has a little molded laceration with some blood. And, oh god, on her left calf, she has a huge chunk missing. And if you look close, you could actually see some tendon showing and muscle. So that's pretty cool. So it's a good introduction to the line, but let's move on with number 2 where it gets better. Number 2 is Zombies Series 2 Sasha Banks, released in 2017. So moving on to the Sasha Banks, the detail is definitely an upgrade over the page. The first thing I'm going to point out is the purple markings on her thigh and her arm were done by my daughter with permanent marker that I was unaware of, I just now noticed, so we'll look past those. Now the first thing we notice is that pink fluorescent hair really pops. And on top of her head, her signature sunglasses are broken in half with some scratches on them. That's a great little addition. On her forehead, she has a molded laceration, and her eyes are just pure white with no pupils. Her necklace says Boss, so nothing real unique there, but it is kind of warped as far as the molding goes, so that's cool. Now looking at her shirt, this thing's awesome. Instead of saying legit Boss, it says legit Undead, and nice little paint detail. Now something I just noticed today is if she puts her knuckle rings up here and holds them together, it says Zom on her right hand, and left it says B, so zombie all together, so that's awesome. Now, moving on to her lower extremity, the shorts are, you know, pretty similar to what we've seen on her before, nothing real new. But now this right leg, it is mauled up, okay? So her toes are exposed with the end of the boot chewed off, and her boots run down a little bit, and she's got some gashes on that leg with some blood painted, so that's awesome. So like I said, definitely an improvement from Paige, but the best is yet to come. And the number 1 best women's zombie figure is Charlotte from Series 3, released in 2018. So yeah, by no surprise, Zombie Charlotte is number 1. This thing rules. So starting off with that face and head, she's got this very unique hair sculpt which is covering half her face, and it's painted very detailed with a lot of dark lines in there, make it look dirty. Now the left side of her face that is exposed has this little smirk on it that's just so eerie, it works great. And she's got this little abrasion on her face. Moving on to this robe. Okay, before we get into the zombie detail of it, this robe freaking rules. I mean, look at all the detail of molding they do all throughout this robe. I mean, this just shows in the basic and elite line, she's really gotten screwed over, honestly. And she should have had a lot more figures with robes. Even if it's a plastic molding, they could have added detail. Okay, back to the zombie figure. The peacock feathers that go behind her head are all burnt, shriveled up, and dark. Moving on to her robe, she's got rips around the arms. Also this dark coloration painted throughout with some rips at the bottom. Now I did find out this robe is removable, so let's take it off and see how the attire looks underneath. Alright, so it's a little tricky getting that robe off, but to be honest with you, I don't really think it's supposed to come off. And it looks so much better with it, because if we take it off, I mean, from the neck down, it looks like a pretty normal Charlotte figure with pretty cool attire. And even turning her around where those feathers brush up on her head, we got normal hair color, so it looks like she like dyed her hair and then fell asleep on a pillow or something. There's no lacerations or abrasions on her arms, her midsection, and her lower extremity only has this little abrasion painted on in red. There's no molding. So to be honest with you, this can definitely be a head swap with a normal Charlotte and have pretty cool green attire. It's even got nice little molded straps on it and a molded top, so the attire's pretty cool underneath, honestly. But I would definitely suggest keeping the robe on if you want to present it as a zombie figure. If not, you got a nice little alternate attire that you could just patch up this leg here, and you could pop on a regular Charlotte head and have a cool alternate attire. So I have to say that this Zombies line freaking rules. These figures are great, honestly. When I did the figure history of Sasha Banks, and I got the zombie one, I didn't say a whole lot about it. I actually ranked it as her worst figure, and I take that back, and I regret that. Because after I got Charlotte and Paige, and even looked at the rest of the line, I was just so impressed with the attention to detail and love that went into these. I'm a big fan of monster movies, and obviously, I love October, I love Halloween. And if you do too, I would buy these right now, because you can get them on eBay for a really good price. I actually found a few of them at a local flea market, so I checked there too. So overall, these things are awesome. I can't even give them a score because they're so unique in their own way. But that being said, thanks for stopping by the first ever edition of Lumberjillville's Jill-O-Ween. I have a lot of videos planned for this month, so I'm really excited to share them with y'all. Have a good night.
See you in the episode.